This is a response to a special request. There's someone who specifically requested for some advice, so I'm going to put it in a video as it may help many. And the request came in on my one video, and the video was titled, "Are you holding your storm inside rather than moving through it? No safe space to share?" And I know that many of us have been in situations where there really is no safe space around you to share what you're going through. As a disclaimer, before I get into this is not legal or medical professional advice. This is based off my own experience and what worked for me and how I was able to get through it. So specifically, the request was, when you're stuck in a situation and you know that you need to leave, but you lack the resources to actually be able to figure it out. So I won't put a lot of the personal info in there, but it's based off coercive control, domestic violence, and being stuck in a situation where your nervous system is so battered that you lack the capacity to actually make good decisions in order to remove yourself from the situation, because the abuser beats it into you that you need them, that it's impossible to leave, because if you leave, they will hurt you. And whether they say that or not, a lot of them will say it, and some of them won't. But you have this amygdala response within your mind for your protection and survival. And your nervous system is telling you that this is dangerous. If you leave, this is dangerous. It's more dangerous to leave than it is to actually stay. So you need to stay. Now, I have to say, before I go further with any advice, is that, and this is not on an attack, this is not an attack on anyone. This is not me pointing fingers in a way that when you're in the situation you're in, you can be easily triggered, and my words could trigger things within you. And I want you to know that this is me stating facts. It's not me coming down on you in any way, okay? So my experience, my choices, I have refused to stay in abusive relationships. And I mean, when I know that there is no moving to a place of compromise, compassion, support, understanding, I leave. I'm not saying that I choose to leave right away. I'm saying that I voice my boundaries, voice my needs, voice my values. When it's constantly disrespected, I leave. I was only with my son's father for 3 months before I left. 3 months. After planning on having a family, after all the lies, all the script that he came up with and everything that I was made to believe, I knew, because of his words to me and how he lacked follow through on his initial promises. Years later, I found out he was still married. No wonder it didn't go together. Like there's situations I've been in, relationships I've been in where I walk away. I know your situation is different because you've been married for years. And I know it's not as easy. Because now the thing is that your nervous system is biochemically activated every single time you hear his name, you see him, his name might even pop up on a text message. Your nervous system is now biochemically activating as you perceive him as your source of stress. So you're at a point where there is no working through it. You mentioned about everyone around you turning against you. I would have been in the same situation had I have stayed. I got out before they could vocalize how against me they were. I moved across the country. And no, it was not an easy decision. It took years of me trying to vocalize my needs, trying to people please, trying to make sure that everybody was okay with everything. And it was never good enough. Why? Because they wanted full and total control of me, like they were my maker. They wanted to play God in my life. And I'm not talking about one person in particular. I'm talking about different groups of people, even within my own family. The thing is, they never did it to my face. It was always behind my back. It was always trying to corral these groups of people behind me rather than confronting me and doing anything with me. That's how cowardice these people really are. When you get away, you will see that. I know what it's like to feel alone, and I know what it's like to feel scared. I can sympathize with your situation. And I know I can only imagine how difficult it is for you to navigate that. I know it's difficult feeling alone with a lack of support around you. I know what it feels like when someone else has perceived control over your life and your finances and your home. I know it's... Here's my advice to you. What can you control? What do you have control over right now? I know there's only so many choices that you can currently make in regards to living situations and finances. What do you have control over right now? Something that will bring you back to community and connection. Something that you will feel a sense of connection, whether that's volunteering at a place, whether that's seeking out women's groups. There is lots popping up in Canada. I'm not sure about where you are right now. There's lots of support groups. There are laws being changed about coercive control and narcissistic abuse within domestic relationships. I can only help so much in these videos. There are ways that you can help to you can help your nervous system to become less triggered, less activated. Now, when I started to see everything around me as a lack of support, when I started to see I had defamation of character and slander and smear campaigns against my name, I was losing my career, I like my whole world around me was crumbling. The guy that I thought that we were going to be together forever, we broke up. He broke up with me because I went on a trip out of the country. Meanwhile, he was going on a trip and didn't invite me. And so there was a whole bunch of shit that I just like, I didn't know what to do. So the very first thing that I started to do, the very first thing, I wrote myself just like a sticky note size, like very small. And it said, I am enough. And every time I walked by that, I reminded myself that I am enough. Whether I am the outlet for these abusive people's frustrations, whether I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, whether I made a decision to stay longer than I should have, it didn't matter what had been. All I needed to keep reminding myself was that I am enough. In this moment, I don't need to be anything other than who I am. And then I started practicing Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian ritual, let's say. And you start off by picturing someone. It may be difficult to picture your husband at first, so you may want to start with somebody else, like, let's say your mother. And you picture her and you say her name and you say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you repeat that. And you recognize that it's not just a one-way street when it comes to relationships. We do play a part in it also. And our parents only know what they were given generationally. They only did what they knew how to do. And hopefully, they didn't choose sacrificing and cultist rituals. 1, 2, 2, 1. And so you can start with, I am enough. And then you start with, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you reflect on everything you're grateful for in this moment. And then what you start to do is you start to shift your mindset. So what you do is you start consciously recognizing the patterns that flow through your mind. So you have a thought that comes in and you say, I'm worthless, I'm whatever, or like, I hate my husband, I wish that something would happen, or like anything that is negative that comes in your mind, whether it's against you, whether it's against somebody else, you recognize it as simply an idea and you choose how you would rather reframe it. So let's say if it was a thought that comes into your mind like, I'm worthless, I deserve what he's doing to me, maybe it would be better off without me. And you say, no, I acknowledge the thought, I choose this instead. And you reframe it and you say, I am worthy. I am worth more than I've been treated. I am worth more than everybody thinks I am. I deserve better. I have a kind heart and I will never let anyone else break that. Kindness is my strength. So you take those thoughts that come in and you choose a different way. All this is conscious choice, though. You need to be in the moment. And when you're activated, when you're triggered, you need to recognize it before it gets to an overwhelming amount of anxiety. Breathe through it. You recognize it and breathe through it, and it will get easier. And you're already doing the right thing by, you're coming out here, even if it's just online. You're reaching out, you're looking for help. You're seeking the facts, you're seeking truth, you're seeking people who have been through similar situations as you. And you recognize that you are in a situation that you want to be different, and that you know you deserve to be in a better place. And even though you can't leave right now and you can't escape the pain, you can choose to control your reactions. You can choose to say less. Silence will be your best friend right now. Not engaging, not defending yourself, not over-explaining. Silence. Narcissistic abusers seek confrontation. They want to pull you out of your peace. And they will do anything they can to provoke you because of the amount of trauma and pressure that has already been placed upon you. They want you to lose it on them. Because when you lose it on them, they can say, "See, I told you so." Rather than the people realizing that it's the fact that it's reactive abuse. You're reacting to the amount of abuse you've endured for years and years and years, and you've just let it build up. So the best thing you can do is just one-word answers if you need to. If there needs to be any interaction, a few words. Now, this is for people you can't help. I don't fully know your situation with your husband. I don't know if it's something you guys can work on, if he's even willing to. I'll guide you to a 3-hour-long lecture. It's on YouTube. It's free. And it's a man who coined the term nonviolent communication. His name's Marshall Rosenberg. He teaches you in a very, very theatrical way, so you don't lose focus. It's like 3 hours flies by. It's entertaining. And he teaches you how to remove blaming and shaming from conversations and to talk about your needs and how things are affecting you. And maybe in your situation that could work. It just depends where he's at, because a lot of these people, once they've chosen domestic violence, it is very near impossible for them to actually get out of it. And a lot of psychologists have said that they don't see anybody who is a psychopath or sociopathic ever actually learning and changing and wanting to take accountability in their life. So, I am enough. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. That's Ho'oponopono. It's H-O''Oponopono. Something like that. Catch your thoughts as they come. Recognize and acknowledge whether those are thoughts you want to keep or if they're ones you want to shift. Breathe. Breathe and pause before you react. Use as little words as possible. Move in silence. Protect your peace. When you feel strong enough, just do what you're doing for now with seeking out on YouTube on people you resonate with, people you know you can trust. Some of us hold private functions where you can communicate and ask questions and get advice. It's not an easy process, and it's not a flip of the switch and it's all changed. It takes years. years of faith, surrendering to whatever comes, taking one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. It's not easy. I've been there. Remove desire from your life. To overcome desire will be of great benefit for you over this next year. Desiring safety, desiring your own home, desiring all this. Rather than desiring, know that when you keep one foot in front of the other, know that it's going to work out. You need to trust it. You need to know it. Desire will keep you stuck in a lack mentality, which keeps you in the lack vibration. The world will not conspire around you to make you succeed. You need to remove and conquer desire. It will all work out. It will all fall into place. You just have to have faith. 2121. And I pray for your safety and your well-being, and knowing that when you feed into your own cup, you focus on you. Don't stretch yourself thin for other people. Right now, you need you. You need to give yourself the love that you've sought externally. Self-love. This is truly what the union is about. It'll all work out. If you have any more questions or you want a video in any in particular area, let me know and I'll expand on it further. Mwah.